So looks like we were off by a day on the high. I don't foresee a high at the end of the day. This is pretty tricky, actually. Right, we had this fake out in the pre-market, and then a high here, and see these highs with an opportunity to open up a long position correlation. There's a decline that increases with momentum moving forward into the close correlation as well. We saw the same correlation here early in the morning, and you can see we had this decline here. There's more decline kind of energies there first thing in the morning, and that was an opportunity to open up a long position. So we should see a notable decline here. Like this should increase in momentum moving into the close. Oh wait, no, we're in January. I forget what month we're in sometimes. That's the movie. What is this? Where did it go? There we go. Interesting. February's looking ugly. There we go. Okay, and so it's looking for it. Yeah, I mean, if tomorrow morning isn't a good opportunity, like if I don't see a profit, I'm getting out tomorrow morning out of this put either way. I'll just like call it a failed trade and move on. If we don't see it tomorrow, because there's some bullish stuff going on here. Breakout here. This is a notable decline over like the cusp of the 31st to the 1st. There's a notable decline, but there's also like a month's high here. This is all kind of declining here. Interesting. Yeah, so that's where I'm at, guys. As far as the put that I'm holding on to, if this is where I'm exiting either way in the morning, should see a sharp decline here in the morning. Yeah, if we don't have a big decline here into the close, that's not going to bode well for the short position that I hold. This last phase of retrograde was a super good learning experience for me because now I know something else, another way to cross-check something ahead of retrograde. I'll know next time when something like this conflicts with my retrograde strategy to look for the weekends, and determine where it is that the weekends are skewing things. Because I was right with this, and I was right with this as well. It just didn't go further because we had the weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. Got a lot of stuff to do today, guys. I'm getting busier and busier, so I'll be on less regularly. I think is probably gonna happen. I'll do my best to avoid that, but that's probably what'll happen. In any case, that's where I'm at. So there's an opportunity in the midst of this decline here to open up a long position and close that long position. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's really conflicting kind of like messages going on here in the 24th or 25th. I'm just going to get out of my put tomorrow morning either way. That's the plan. That's where I'm at. I am wrong sometimes. Usually it's when I trade. you know, because really, the reason why it works for me is my intentions behind why I predict the market are different when I kind of skew it with my own thoughts about money. My old thought forms about money kind of disrupts my effectiveness, you could say. So I still have more to work on, it seems, as far as mentality and wealth. It's good to know what we have to work on, though. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I've been working on myself since I was, God, I don't even help section in the bookstore, and I'm like, what kind of morons? If you're not helping yourself, what are you doing? If you're not developing yourself, what are you doing here? You're just masturbating through time? Like, oh, I'm glad that you brought that up outside. Well, so long ago, I don't remember saying that, but that's good to know. Let me see. On the 26th. Yeah, it is actually possible, come to think of it, because there's an association here to the following month. The following month has associations to the highs and the lows. So this is probably a low here. Maybe not the 26th, but the 27th. 26th, 27th. Okay, so I might hold it. Matter of fact, there's the Princess of Discs here on the 30th. That's usually a pretty good cash out opportunity too. I mean, the put's so worthless, it wouldn't really make much difference if I held it or got rid of it. Talking about $40 on a put. Hey, Vanessa. Let me see for you. It doesn't help to determine what direction the market's going to go. Like, there's no correlation. I've seen like the SPC miss its earnings like substantially, and still go up 14%. Like, you never know. But if you ask the question like you're asking, what direction would the stock go after earnings? That makes a lot more sense to ask. It's a good question, my friend. Outside, well, to answer your question definitively, it could be wrong. The Q&A questions, I'm finding my guide doesn't really like them. like they're a little bit too lazy, if you will. Or I ask them when I don't need to in the last couple. This is something that I've added to the readings, so it's but at the same time, there are a lot of indications there that would make sense, and that's without me seeing, like, I forgot to mark off below here. Oh, I'm so glad you're reminding me of this, Outside Well. Thank you so much. It's like totally synchronized with what I need to hear, because, man, I do so many predictions, I can't remember what I predict half the time. I would stick with that. Whatever my plans were, I would stick with that, because I'm right more often than I'm wrong. So I might be wrong, but I'm right more often than I'm wrong, right? So I would stick with whatever my original plan was. And if it's open up a put on the 23rd, man, I would have nailed that, huh? There may be a low on the 27th, yeah. So it looks like I'll probably hold my position until the 27th if tomorrow morning isn't a worthy opportunity to exit the put. I'll probably just hold it. Oh, nice. It expires out far. I've got time. Gave myself plenty of time. But there's a higher probability of me being wrong than normal. Not that I'm more likely to be wrong than right, but there's a higher probability of me being wrong on this one than normal, if that makes sense. I tried some new techniques. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I probably should have steered clear of new techniques during Mercury retrograde. I mean, duh. What a novice move. But anyhow, guys, I'm gonna roll early. Like I said, here we go. See, I'm gonna be on probably. I'm gonna try and continue to do like every single day from 3 to 4, but it seems like I'm probably gonna end up shortening that, or it's not gonna be every day just because I've got so much stuff going on. It's like crazy. I have to have time to do my own predictions. Like, wouldn't you guys rather me like pull something out of the market that you didn't see rather than me just like predict things that you're already looking at? Like, you know what I mean? Hey, Carolyn. Raise the volume. It's all the way up. Is that any better? Testing. Testing. Oh wow, what's wrong with my mic that it makes that much of a difference? That's crazy. I might need a new mic. Over here it's like this. Wow. Wow. Sorry, I'm just testing out. I hope so, Carolyn. But my put expire. I have it's a February 17th put, so I've got plenty of time there. And we were just discussing how my prediction on the monthly states the 23rd. You want to open up a put, sell it on the 26th or the 27th. I'm going to hold to that because I'm right more often than I'm wrong by far. I learned the quickest way for me to lose money is to act on my doubts. I learned that a long time ago. Doubt equals loss of money. Like, it's pretty clear. You have doubts, you will lose money somewhere in the midst of that. Got this opportunity here in the decline to open up a long position, followed by an opening higher, but an opportunity to open up a short position there. So probably there's probably a bit of both, like a pretty notable low and an opportunity to get out to close a position, a long position that was opened here in the last hour. in this decline. There's probably an opportunity for both. Right, but we're definitely going to break down through this. This is... there you go. I mean, that's where we're headed, south. All right, guys, I'm going to roll. Expect for me to be on a bit less. The best way, guys, if there's services that you want to order, we don't have a merchant account rolling through running on the site right now. We're still working on it, and the process takes a ridiculous amount of time with all this bureaucracy that I'm dealing with. In the meantime, we can still provide our services. We just are going to use PayPal or, like Cash App or something. So you need to notify us. Yeah, see, there's a trade opportunity here at the end of the day that's notable. And we still have 20 minutes. Wow. If I have an opportunity to get out here, I'll probably get out here. I mean, if it's profitable, but I doubt it would be profitable here. I'm just, my exit strategy failed. So now I'm just looking for a good opportunity to get out. I consider it a failed trade, even if we end up making money. No, I don't see that. There's a day trade tomorrow, so there's a good amount of movement going on. Like, I need the mic in my face in order for you guys to hear me. Come on. That's not normal. Let me see. Wow. Hello? What is going on with this mic? How's that? It really should be picking up more than 4 bars. That's ridiculous. No, I don't think we're opening much higher. We are opening higher tomorrow. But I don't think we're opening much higher tomorrow. Interesting that we have this and this. Ooh, and this isn't a good rune. This is like being misled by intuition. Happens sometimes. So no, I'm betting on an opportunity in the morning outside well to close a put if possible. But do I see us going much higher? No, I don't think, because we're already so close to the highest high. All right, fair enough, Carolyn. um, See, there's a day trade opportunity tomorrow, and and it looks like, two separate. One's going to be a bullish, one's going to be a bear. Yeah, I got mine here. Now, I still feel that there's going to be an opportunity. Depends. What's your expiration outside well on your put? Oh, I think I forgot to answer the question, Vanessa. Oh, my bad. Microsoft go after earnings. Yeah, so it looks like a pop and drop We move through resistance briefly when SO, and then we break back down through that same price level shortly thereafter. It's like a pop and drop kind of behavior after the close, or after the earnings announcement. Outside, well, what's your expiration on the puts? The January 27th one, I'd probably roll it. That's really close. That's cutting it a little close there. That's like very speculative at this point. February 2nd, there should be a notable drop. Like there should be a good drop somewhere between like where we are now. There should be at least one good drop in there because we're in price swing mode. So there should be swings, right? And there's definitively a drop here on the evening of the 31st into the first. And it looks like towards the end of the day on the first, there's a my sense is, yeah, the 27th. If you can push that out a bit, it's probably a good idea. The February 2nd one's, if there's no down play here, then the February 2nd becomes speculative too. Like if we don't see a notable move to the downside and an opportunity to get out of a put before the, I say that before the 27th or before the 30th at the latest, then I would want to move the February 2nd one as well. Ten minutes left. We're gonna have a big move here, right around the close. Here in the like the last 10 minutes, or the closer we get to the close, the more likely we are going to see this really big move to the downside. This would be the move that the Prudence card is about, most likely. I mean, look, we're already halfway back up off of the line, already past the 50 mark on the RSI. That's way too fast. It's way too fast. Yeah. See, when that happened here, it was followed by these big swings. Oh. That opportunity to oh. This is a day trade opportunity. In the midst of a decline, this is a day trade opportunity. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll. Anything? Any last questions?